Grace, what is up?
Hi! Nothing much. What's going on with you, Jake?
Just chilling. Hey, it has been so long since we've caught up with you.
I know. I miss you guys. What? It's been like a year since we left.
Yeah, just a little bit over. Crazy. It was
Oh
just
my
yesterday we were
God.
handing you a trophy. Man.
Yep. And now today we're chatting over FaceTime.
Well, I gotta say, Grace, you've been keeping a secret from us, and that's rude. That's just flat rude.
I'm sorry. What secret are we talking about? Because I have many secrets.
Well, we'll just talk about the song that you've kept under wraps. You have the new EP coming out. But
yes, conversation.
You have a song coming out with Jason Dunn that is your story that we've talked about before. But you get to sing the song with Jason. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on. I have been in shock for about almost a year now. I feel like it's been a process. I wrote this song with Chris Cleveland of Stars Go Dim, and then Tony Wood, who wrote on Hawk's Crazy Love album. And I told them my story when I got into a room one day. And they were like, we need to turn this into a song. And I was like, okay. And then we made the song. I had no intention of like reaching out to Jason at all. Cause I was a fan. I'm still a fangirl, but like, I feel like I've gotten used to everything in Nashville now. But I was such a fangirl when I first moved to Nashville that I was like, there's no way I'm reaching out to Jason. And, then I just vocalized like, hey, if anyone knows Jason, and my friend Steven over at the Centricity team actually asked Chad if he knew him, and he got us connected. So that's how that all happened.
Well, wait, should we bring him in for this? Since it's his song too, should we bring him in for this?
What?
Jason.
Sure.
Here we are, man. Good to...
Is this thing on? Hello. Grace, Jake, good to see you guys.
Hey, wait, Grace, this is the first time that you've met Jason, that you've connected face to face, right?
Yeah, we kind of like did the entire collab over email, and then and then like recently got connected, and like yeah, hi.
Here we are. What's up?
Jason, I think we're going to have to pause for just a minute because both of us have got a fangirl for just a second here.
I mean, it could be worse, I suppose. You know?
I mean, Grace and I talk about this all the time about how we were, well, still are Hawk Nelson fans. I mean, we were OG crew, and
yes.
My wife and I have actually been listening since Letters to the President, like just day one or, well... I can't say day one because there's all the stuff before.
Saturday Rock Action.
Oh, wow.
I gotta one up you, Jake.
I bow down. I give up.
You're not worthy. You win, Grace.
So, Jason, what is it like just hearing these stories from Grace, and then now these however many years later, now just being a part of Grace's journey?
Yeah, man, it's the first time I ever heard this story, I was kind of like, dang, like that's intense. And it kind of made me think about how many people that, grew up listening to us that we weren't aware of situations going on in people's lives, behind happy eyes, there's always a story. So just to hear one story from Grace, and I'm really excited for her. And I think this song is going to really, it's going to make a difference for people who are hurting, and people need to hear that voice. And I'm really, really thankful that she's that voice now. And it's a great song too, Grace. You did a fantastic job. And for what it's worth, I'm really happy to have been able to play a part in it.
Thank you.
So,
sorry,
Grace, she's still fangirling. I thought we were done with this.
No, now I'm fan. I feel like it's different to like sit down and like talk to someone versus like just communicate and dream, and then just even so Jason, I don't know if you knew this, but my worship pastor and mentor is David Curtis from Run Kid Run.
All right.
And,
all right.
So like even the fact like I would grow up and listen to them, and now he's a voice in my life in a different way. I just like I can't now I'm getting fangirly because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Like I was like in shock, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, we're here. Like but it's really cool. I was when we were at my release show on Monday night, I just like I had a moment where it was like God is the same as the day that I wanted to commit suicide. He's the same today as that day. And I'm so glad I held on, because I like it's so worth seeing where the story ends up. So and we're here.
Story,
we're here.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So Grace, what was the process? I know we have a music video that Jason did a remote shoot for
Surprise!
as well.
Yeah.
So that's coming out.
The process was a lot of like, should I reach out to him? I don't know. Should I, what if no, I'm not going to do that. And then, and a lot of, I mean, like there's been so much just transition in my music in general during this, like, just so many changes have happened. And it was a lot of like conflicting emotions, like, oh, man, can I even pull it off? Like, can I do? And it really took like my producer and it took my video guy to be like, Grace, just bite your tongue, do it, like get out of your head. And they were like just big supporters. And so the process looked like vocalizing. I wanted Jason on there. My amazing friends in the music industry going, oh, well, we're going to do that. And then a lot of just like communication of like what we needed. Like, I think I wrote notes for Jason, like, hey, do this, hey, do that. Trying not to like go, oh my gosh, thank you for like saving my life. Oh my God. And then, but like keeping it very professional and doing my thing. And then the video thing, that was my like scariest ask. So that's a big ask. Like singing on a song, I feel like I would have been okay with like voice memo notes for like on the phone or like anything to just give the vibe. And the vocals sound amazing. They sound like, when I first heard them, I was like, that is a Hawk Nelson song. But then the video thing, I haven't seen the footage yet, so I'm excited to see it. But the video thing was like, hey, okay, and then pass this along to my video guy, and he wrote up notes and just a lot of communication, which I think it's cool, like to be able to like communicate professionally with like a hero. You know, I think that shows a lot of growth on my end, but but yeah, I think the process for me was a lot of just like biting my pride or biting my nerves, and just like if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I've gotten so many no's being in Nashville, so it's like I can take another no, and as well as I already have really good relationships with the people who know Jason, and so I know whatever the answer would be just out of like kindness, and I knew no matter what it would work out okay. But I am overwhelmed with gratitude that it turned into from a song to a music video, and like basically a release with
and we're going on tour together.
Hey, if you want to make that happen, we can do that.
I don't.
Hey man, don't derail this interview. We've already, it's already off the rails with the fangirling.
No.
So, Jason, this, as far as music videos go, this one or California?
Oh, for sure, this one.
Sorry, Grace, I had to.
This one took like an hour. That one took like, I feel like a month.
That one took a month? Sure. What were you guys doing?
No, I don't know. We did like 3 in a row, so it was, it just took a really long time. That's all I remember.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's just crazy to see the video technology that happened from all the way back then to what it is now. I mean, that's probably half the battle right there.
For real. No joke, man.
And I just suddenly feel old again. But well, should we listen to this song here real quick? I mean, I feel like we've got to listen to the song.
We want a little sneaky peek.
Rip it, Jake. Come on, buddy.
Turn on the radio, all I hear is just static and noise. Ready to just let go, then the pain in my heart heard that voice. Who knew that a song could change everything? The reason that I'm here and this is why I sing. This is for the ones who feel alone on the edge of hope, just looking for a reason to know somebody sees them now. This one's for you.
Still got a long way to go, but I'm learning to love who I am. May not be a lot I know, but I'm sure that our lives have a plan. Who knew that a song could change everything?
Oh,
The reason I'm still here and now, it's why I sing.
this is for the ones who feel alone on the edge of hope, just looking for a reason to know somebody sees them now. This is for the ones in the darkest days, in a desperate place. Let this be a lifeline from a friend who's made it through. This one's for you. When all the lies get loud, you feel there's no way out.
Believe that even now, God's hand is reaching down.
I know it's hard to see, but all he's done for me, he'll do for you. This is for the ones who feel alone on the edge of hope, just looking for a reason to know somebody sees them now. This is for the ones in the darkest days, in a desperate place. Let this be a lifeline from a friend who's made it through. This one's for you. This one's for you. This one's for you.
So, guys, that song is a banger, 100%. But before we let you go, we've got to talk about the text incident.
What text?
Grace, you shouldn't have told me about this because it's coming up now.
Oh no.
She's gonna be your mom.
I was
Well,
like,
so
which Jason is this?
Jason tries to text encouragement, and Grace is like, "Who's this?"
I was like, do I even respond? I'm like, whatever. You know what?
Well, to be fair, my pastor's name is Jason, so I didn't know if it was like a sweet text from like Pastor Jason or like, yeah. So to be fair, but yeah, I had.
You use my move. I don't have this number saved. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't. I have like Jake called me out. I showed him the text, and Jake called me out for having like 200 unread messages in my phone right now. It's yeah.
Yeah, I can relate.
I had an anxiety attack because I can't do notifications. The notifications have got to be cleared. You may not get a response from me because I cleared the notification, but the notifications are cleared.
I should have. I'm supposed to be supporting your mental health, Jake, not making it worse.
Well, guys, last words on the song, Jason, Grace. Like, what has this song meant to the both of you guys? Just telling the story in song in a full song format.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Always.
Oh God, I'm gonna get emotional a little bit. This song means everything to me. This song is literally from death to life. Like this song has this song in general, just even before Jason was on it, it meant so much to me to see these amazing songwriters take my story and just want to bring it to life. And and it just makes me feel, I'm just overwhelmed that like my story is like, it's I've only been doing this for like a year and a half, and like it's made all of this happen, like just by being vulnerable, just by speaking up about the things that I've gone through. Seeing this song happen and come to life has meant so much to me, and it's an anthem. It's an anthem for this to happen for someone else. Like if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone else. And this song I was telling some friends, I'm like, is this my peak? And they're like, no, this is just the beginning. And I'm overwhelmed. If this is just the beginning, then I have no idea what I'm getting into. So here we go. That's how I feel. I feel like, all right, I want to see the Lord do better. Because this is insane. So it means the absolute world. And then just having Jason in it is just so full circle. And I have no words for that. So I really appreciate you, Jason. I said it at the show the other night. They say don't meet your heroes, but like you have been the easiest person to work with, and I have heard nothing but kind things from other people. Like people are so excited just to see you thrive, and people have cheered you on. And I must have the best heroes ever, because they're the people you want to be.
Yeah. That's very kind. Yeah, if I can just reiterate what Grace just said, as someone that, started like his musical journey at a young age, initially all I wanted to do was just play music, and we didn't care about really the message or anything. We just wanted to have fun and play music and make music, do what we love to do. But to be able to have that attitude, but still have the opportunity to change lives and impact lives on such a deep way, without even meaning to, it wasn't even really our intention, but music is such a powerful thing. As someone that serves as a worship director now, you see it, like there's a spiritual connection, but there's also an intellectual connection, and nothing but music, I don't think, can do that. So it's really cool to see. And like I said, Grace, I'm really excited for you. I think, like they said, this is just the beginning for you, and just don't forget about us when you're famous. All right? Yeah, that's it for me.
Oh no!
I'll second that one.
No, Jake, you handed me a trophy last year, and you saved my life. Of course, I'm not gonna forget you guys.
Well, you got a trophy? I didn't get a trophy.
Yeah, well, here's the thing, Jason. Here's what you need to know too. I told this to Dave Clark. I've been writing with Dave Clark a little bit for this next project I'm working on. Which there you go, another surprise, you guys. But like all of you ask, like everything that's happened is just because I've told a story about Hawk Nelson saving my life. So all the followers, all the trophy, that's you guys. That's you guys. That's just me going, I was suicidal at one point, and Hawk Nelson wrote a good song. And so I could encourage all of you guys who are just like doing your thing now, and like when you see those, like, I mean, the numbers don't matter. Like the ministry to me is the focal point, but like that's a representation of you guys. All of that, everyone going like, Grace, how did you do that? It's like that's literally just me telling my story about Hawk Nelson saving my life. So if that could encourage you, like, yeah, that you guys are still ministering, whether, and even I think this is written in a little bit, like a little press thing I did, but like watching you guys, like you and David, become worship pastors and family men, and like people who like value the things that really matter now. Because I've been here in the industry for a couple of years. I've seen it. I've seen what the business talks look like, and that's what really matters. And I think it speaks volumes that that's what you guys are doing, and that's what matters to you guys. And it really encourages me to not get caught up in all of this. And it's a long road ahead. Anyways, there you go.
I think what I heard is that she's sending her trophy to you, Jason.
Yeah, that's what I got from that too, and a shirt.
Yep, and a shirt.
I will send you guys a shirt. Yes, that's cool. This one's for you. And then for anyone who doesn't know, it's Jason's old logo from like his Insecurity records. But I took it and I made like a little like indent with another. There's a star coming up. So I thought it was cute. Anyway.
I'm super original star. Just whoa.
Hey,
Total game changer for sure.
hey, as long as it's not tattooed on your elbow, like
Right.
we're good.
As long as Congress doesn't see this, yeah, we're fine.
Oh my gosh.
Our Captain America.
All the younger people don't know what we're talking about with punk rock
Yeah.
with the star elbow tattoos, but
Look at that.
That's still there. It did. Well, I remember.
Well, guys, I just appreciate you spending the time just talking about the song. It's awesome. I'm excited to just see where this goes, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason.
Sames.
This one's for you.
Way to go, Grace.